Let's talk some foosball. We got a big NFL week coming up. What is it? Week 13. Sheesh. Week 13. My goodness.
How'd this happen?
Your fantasy team is alive or dead. Don't care. A lot of mine are dead. I lost my focus. I tried to spread out the bye weeks, and I think I just screwed over every week. I think next year I'm just going to can a week.
So, yeah, that's
Like
what
week
I've kind
11,
of stumbled into. I
Screw it.
set up a bye week.
If you play me week 11, you win. Week 13, it starts tonight. By the time you may be listening to this game could have happened. Bills at Patriots, the 6-5 Patriots. I've been wondering if they are our best barometer team between their roster, Bill Belichick, and who they beat and who they lost to. I guess we'll see against the Bills. They gave the Vikings a game enough playing the Bills back-to-back week. It is in Foxborough. It's a short week. So you want Gillette, excuse me. Sorry to all our Foxborough faithful that are listening. We'll see. I think the Bills, I feel like the Bills went through the rough patch of their season. They lost to the Jets. They lost to the Vikings, each by a field goal. Outside of that, they've won 6 of their last 8. And they're one of the best teams in the NFL. They're a 4-point favorite on the road tonight. If you're listening to this before the game somehow, my buddy really likes division unders and especially like Thursday night games. So there you go. Little inside betting for you. Let's go to Sunday, December 4th. We will be on a plane to California. Maybe we'll just be in California. And you know what we could do, BBD? We'd watch my Broncos play the Ravens. I won't. I won't do that. Ravens are 7-4. Talk about a little get-right game against the Broncos as they search for the bottom. Remember, the Jaguars had the miraculous comeback, down 2 scores. Trevor Lawrence coming out game. Ravens 8.5-point favorites. Wouldn't be shy around that number in Baltimore with the Broncos and Hackett and Russ just spiraling.
Ravens needing a win as much as they
coming off a loss, another blown lead. They're probably going to get nasty on them, and the Broncos have no counter for that. Marcus Mariota has 14 touchdown passes. Russell Wilson has 8. Falcons Steelers. How mid is your mid? The 4-7 Steelers, who are a better brand of football with TJ Watt back. He runs their whole show on defense. It's actually badass. By the way, Kenny Pickett, he looked okay last week. I'm not going to start drinking the Kool-Aid, but if he can play, it was against the Colts. It was the Monday night game, so do with that whatever you want. Falcons, Steelers. Falcons are 4-2 at home. Pittsburgh, a 1-point favorite. Wow. People are drinking the Steelers Kool-Aid a little bit with TJ back and Kenny Pickett having a shot. Interested, I would take the Falcons. I think they're going to pound the round. Ooh, Steelers defense. I'm starting to get it now. I still like the Falcons. I think they can draw up enough, and they've been good in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Bears-Packers, no. 4-8 versus 3-9. You just don't have to bother, people. What? And this is why. Because Bears, they like Fields. He's banged up, sure. Rodgers, good get-right game for him maybe before he calls it this season. We'll see. But you could watch yourself some Jaguars-Lions. The Lions could get to 5-7, which for the Lions is massive. The Jaguars could get to 5-7, which for the Jaguars would be massive. And both those teams are fun. What is Trevor Lawrence? Is he anything? I don't know. The Lions, they're fun. They play these crazy games. Jacksonville, 1-point favorite on the road. Fire me up. That game should be messy. Again, if I was putting together a little parlay, Falcons and Lions at home against those teams, why not? I know Packers, Bears on the headlines feels like the game you'd want to watch a little more, but Jaguars, Lions, wow. Jets, Vikings, 7-4 versus 9-2. Minnesota, again, back to the 9-2 Minnesota Vikings. They're a 3-point favorite at home to the Jets. The Mike White show continues. Remember, we dove into that a little bit. These next 2 weeks are going to be very interesting. Very interesting. At Vikings, at Bills for the Jets. So will they look as good as they did against that awful Bears defense, excuse me? Probably not. Will they look like a good team? Or could they even sneak one of those games? Because then it's just Mike White fever time. If they lose both of those games to the Vikings and Bills and have a couple tough moments, which you could easily against those teams, do we get back on the Zach Wilson trade? That's the storyline you want to find out. I tune into that game. I want to see if the Vikings, Kirk Cousins and their stars against that Jets defense, that's a fun little matchup. Mike White seeing if he's something versus the Vikings offense, seeing if they can beat a real defense. Fire me up. Fire me up again. This might be the best week of NFL I've seen in a little bit. Giants Commanders. 7-5 or 7-4. How you feeling, Beebs?
It's an important one to win. We talked a couple weeks ago about the Giants getting kind of the unlucky draw with their Commanders games because they play the Eagles again. It's Commanders get a bye week between and then see them again. So they really got to take care of this one. The Giants fan perspective is got to get at least one, hopefully both of the Commander games. Get the Colts game, and you're probably in the playoffs. Optimally, you steal one of the others, and that's sort of the formula. I
hate to say must win because as the way I'm already telling you, it's not. But the Giants kind of have to win this one because you're playing the Commanders play you twice with a bye week in between, and the second game's in Washington.
Yeah, this is the home.
So you're at home. I wouldn't be surprised if they dig deep in the playbook to get something because you kind of got to win this game. You get to 8-4, like you're feeling good. Like you go to 7-5, you got to play the same team again at their building. But the Commanders, I mean, let's find out. They're 2.5-point favorites on the road. They are now 6-1 with Heineke at the helm. Nutty. Good for Heineke. I hope for you, BBD. He's not shoe shopping.
I hope that.
And he can just go shoe shopping like 3 weeks later.
Giants and I guess Commanders fans in the area. Talking Giants tailgate.
That's
game,
right.
So look into that if you're planning to be.
Bobby, okay. Interested. Holy smokes. Titans, Eagles. Eagles, 4.5-point favorites at home. Man, I like that number for Philly. I know the Titans just lost to the Bengals. It was a tester game for them. You know how I talk about it. It's talked about in football, those 4-week patches. I wonder if this could end up being a tough one. Bengals to Eagles for the Titans as they just got Tannehill back and they're figuring out. Jaguars, Chargers after that. So, I don't know. Kind of a tough pocket for the Titans. Will they get sneaky and give the Eagles hell and win in the trenches? I don't know. I think this Eagles team is, as the kids are saying, built diffy. Jalen Hurts feels like he's just doing what he wants. Looks easy for them. I don't know. Titans, you can earn a lot of street cred if you do something here. I like that number for the Eagles. Browns, Texans, you're watching for interesting reasons. Deshaun Watson, first game with the Browns. What does that look like? Against his former team. We had Russ in Seattle, now Deshaun in Houston. Cleveland Brownies, what do we got? We're at Texans, and then you're kind of at Bengals with your season on the line. You're 4-7. I don't know. I mean, if Deshaun Watson looks like good Deshaun Watson, they could become a conversation this season. It's more so for next year. You know, my guy used to be Stefanski, the head coach for the Browns. I believe in him. I mean, Chubb and Hunt, like, if Deshaun Watson looks like Deshaun Watson, that would be huge for Browns fans next year. Texans, 1-9-1. Yipes. Cleveland, 7-point favorites. Give me Houston. Yeah. That's the 1 p.m. slate, so, hey, I think we'll be airborne for that, right? So maybe we'll catch.
Hopefully we can put 2 of the games on
Red Zone on the flight.
Tandem TVs.
You guys know how to upload videos to Facebook. The 1 p.m. slate's awesome, so I'm excited. 4 p.m. Seahawks, Rams, not really. Seattle Seahawks are 7-point favorites at the LA Rams in Week 13. Who'd have thunk that? Dolphins, Niners, okay. We're having a Sunday, babe. The 8-3 Dolphins playing the 7-4 Niners. Niners are becoming the sexy team. 4-point favorites. They played an ugly game last week where they shut out the Saints. So think about this. 2 weeks ago, they played the Cardinals, and all their skill guys go nuts. Debo's running loose. Kittle, McCaffrey, Ayuk. We're having a good time. Last week against the Saints, 13-0. Their defense shut out the Saints. Dolphins on the road. I guess I'll give the Dolphins. If they win this game, I can't talk shit about them the rest of the year. And how about their coach? A little revenge game, right?
Oh, yes.
Came from the Niners, McDaniels, so that's a fun plot twist, a little extra juice for him. Again, I really like the Niners. I'm not the biggest Dolphins guy. I think you know where I stand there. Chiefs, Bengals at 4:30. My goodness, 9-2, 7-4. Chiefs are 2-point favorites. We've got some. They played in the playoffs right last year, right? I think that was AFC.
That's the championship.
AFC Championship. Bengals coming off a nice win versus the Titans. You really want Bengals mania to kick off again. If they beat the Chiefs at home, they are winners of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of their last 9. It could be 8 of their last 10, including a Chiefs win. Remember, they lost their first 2 games at the Cowboys, which is now looking okay, by a field goal. In that Week 1 game against the Steelers, the overtime game when they got an extra pointer, field goal was blocked. I lost me a parlay. I don't still think about that. But Bengals Mania could take off as a real, true Super Bowl contender. 9-2 Chiefs, 2-point favorites on the road. Chargers Raiders could be entertaining.
Fantasy implications.
Could be a good 33-35 game, but compared to everything else we've seen on the slate. And 6-5 Chargers, by the way, and how they're kind of liked. I like Herbert. You know that. He's been banged up. The 4-7 Raiders, told you, they were 5-6. They're a favorite at home. Those teams are same as same, but not same with the records.
I'll be excited to get the updates in between plays of the games I'm actually watching.
Yeah. Should be some great highlight cut-ins from that game. And then at night, Colts Cowboys. Cowboys at home. They're 8-3. They're 10.5-point favorites at home. The Jeff Saturday train that was leaving the station has come back to the station. Man, Cowboys with a really, really good chance to become the 9-3 Dallas Cowboys. How about them? Man, the NFC East really, they really did it. Who would have thought? The Paul Rudd gif applies to them. Not me. Saints Bucks Monday night. I guess we can cover that next Monday when we're back. Waking and Jake and Cardinals and Panthers on a bye. Dang it. Nope. You got any things, Beebs?
Just all the NFC's teams currently in the playoffs. 7 make it now, right?
Yeah. Top 7.
That's it.
How about that? All right. Everyone enjoy the early slate of football, at least the 1 through 4. Awesome little slate. We'll be at winter meetings, probably getting some. I was going to say getting some on the side. That felt wrong. I won't be doing that. Love you, Jess. I'll be watching football. Hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll be back Monday, and hopefully maybe we'll break some goddamn baseball news soon.
Be something.
Someone's dropping big. Love you guys. Thank you.
Love.